Over 5,000 women took part in 3 days of Iran protests in 100 cities. Despite massive and brutal crackdown on Iran protests, the people of Iran spread their protests to over 100 cities across the country, according to state media. The state-run Fars news agency, affiliated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, published a report based on the primary estimates and evaluations of an intelligence agency. The report estimated that a total of 87,400 protesters have poured onto the streets, 5,200 of whom were women. The IRGC news agency said the scale of the protest was more extensive and more destructive compared to the uprising of December 2017 to January 2018. Iran protests continue on Sunday as Khamenei backs gas price rises. Recent nationwide protests in Iran are targeting the regime in its entirety. In their slogans, the people are targeting the Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, President Hassan Rouhani, and the Revolutionary Guards as the source of all their miseries. Khamenei voiced deep concerns on Sunday over the escalating uprising now spreading to over 100 cities, checkered throughout the country. Protesters have destroyed 101 regime centers in various locations. Security forces have killed at least 27 protesters in clashes with demonstrators. Linking the recent protests to the Iranian opposition MEK, Khamenei said, "On social media and other platforms they are constantly encouraging people into these protests." The mullah's top figure also backed the regime's recent decision to increase fuel prices by up to threefold, making it crystal clear that his decision has his blessing, and there is no intention to listen to the Iranian people's demands. Nationwide protest continues across Iran. On Sunday, the people in Tehran staged demonstrations, with some people using rocks and sticks to confront the suppressive forces and blocking many streets. Anti-regime protests erupted across Iran with chants of death to the dictator after the regime tripled the price of gasoline. The protests, which began on Friday, November 15th, are continuing despite a massive crackdown by the authorities. The resistance units of the main Iranian opposition group MEK are coordinating much of the protests and sending out footage from the scene. Europe must open a new chapter on Iran. The European Union's incoming Foreign Affairs chief must persuade the bloc to cast aside Europe's failed policy of appeasement of Iran's religious dictatorship and support the Iranian people in their quest to oust their tyrannical rulers, former European lawmaker Strawn Stevenson wrote. He wrote, "The former foreign minister from Spain, Josep Borrell, will shortly take on the role of High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy in the European Union. He faces a Herculean task, particularly in the Middle East, where popular uprisings are raging across Iran, Iraq, and Lebanon, and US President Donald Trump's unilateral withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal has created a policy vacuum."